Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we're getting into some more Spy Family, and we had some really cute interactions with Lloyd and Anya in the last episode, which honestly I needed, because as much as I have said I want a Yor-centric storyline, I also miss Anya every time that she's not in part of a story, and I really like getting to see the way that Lloyd and Anya interact with each other. There's just something about their dynamic that's really chaotic, but also has this sincereness to it that I love getting to see. And I really like getting to see Yor going through the process of really thinking about what matters to her and like having to reflect on it now that her worlds are like getting closer to colliding than they have at any point before this. So I'm really excited to see how the rest of this story plot goes. I want to know if Lloyd picks up on some more stuff. He's like, he knows that there's some hints of things going on, but he's like, I don't know, there are important people on this boat, probably has to do with them. So I want to see if he puts together some more of the puzzle pieces or not, but let's get into the episode. In 3, 2, 1, go. We're starting right off with the opener again, which always makes me think that we're going to be dealing with some stuff in this. I mean, I guess we have like a whole gang of assassins, hired killers on the move. I don't know. I believe in Yod. Except for that part we had that little part where she was like not moving in the way that she used to because she's actually legitimately worried about her not coming back in a stronger way than before, because I'm assuming so it was there because of her brother. But now that she has like a child to look after, I think it's hitting her a little bit harder that she does have to make it through and get home. So it's making her hesitate in a way that she hasn't up to this point. So that does make me a little bit worried about her going up against all these people, but I'm hopeful that Lloyd will like put together enough of the dots that he interferes, even if it's not because he knows that it's something to do with Yod specifically. Like it might just be him being like, hey, there's a dangerous person. I should do something to stop them from anything nefarious they may be doing. But he's also really trying to be a like dad on vacation. And I'm proud of him for putting the effort. I don't know if Yo's disguise really does anything. It's just like some sunglasses. Thank you for the graphic. Uh-oh. Not suspicious at all. I like that the go-to way of covering up for that is to just face the wall like this is a Scooby-Doo episode or something. Oh yeah, the perfume guy. Oh, geez, I don't like that. See, don't trust a bespectacled character in an anime. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, she's trying so hard though. Mm-hmm. And you're not supposed to cause a scene. As long as you don't find a dead end. Just because you don't sense anyone there doesn't mean they're not there. I'm like on edge already. Is that gonna give them light to see the actual room? Is that a sense if someone's there or not? Okay. True, there's lots of distraction now. Noise, light. Look at her being strong. Same, dude, same. Excuse? Did you just hit my girl? She missed. She's getting distracted. This one's a little bit better than the assassins we've seen up to this point. Did she shatter his blade with her bare hands? Oh dear. I mean, at least you don't have to worry about causing a scene. There's no one around to see you fight. You got this, girl. I believe in you. Oof. Is this the director guy from before? Yeah. Uh-oh. Where's director dude? I'm assuming we have some kind of way of protecting our torso. I would hope so. He did something heroic though. Nice. Girl, look at you go. Go off, girl. I'm just like so proud of her. Ooh, jeez. Look at the explosives go off under the water too. Oh dear. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that look. Some cool camera work in this too. I say to distract myself from the just like the way that she was like taking people out. Jesus. She is scary. He's just over the broom. Don't trust a bespectacled character in an anime. I'm just saying that applies to this director dude too. Oh geez, the overlap of those two images. Ooh, good lineup of those shots, though. I think this might be the most violent this show has been. The way he's following with the broom, though. Jeez. Did we just go, like, shonen protagonist there for a second? They just keep coming, don't they? You're gonna need more than that. Rude. That seemed personal. So did that. I think that she's had enough. Oh. Next. How apologetic she is. Ooh, they got him too. It's better than anyone else has done up to this point. It's not fair to put in the strongest one after her. Like, after her, after she's already fought a bunch of people. Not that I'm expecting fairness necessarily from this particular group of people. Keep your head in the game, girl. Failure's not an option. I like that she's worried about her hair. I mean, you talk a lot of talk, but I'm not seeing a lot of action. Uh-oh. Girl, survival. Survival right now is what we're doing it for. So what'd you get for fighting in heels? It's a good moment though for being like, why am I doing this? And realizing it's because it's a job, which means she's doing it to get paid. Oh, same as them though. Oh, sweetheart. But not like end end. Oh, girl. This got me in my feelings though. Oof. You go. I went from like pride and like a little bit scared of her during the majority of that fight to like actually in my feelings. Because I think that is at like the root of it. Like she's doing this for a lot of the same reasons that Lloyd is. And that's kind of what I talked about in the last episode where like I feel like if Lloyd and Yor knew about each other, they would make such a good team because they have such a similar thing that motivates them. And that's like to protect a very simple, mundane existence of other people. And I think that that's only become more important to them as they've gotten to experience it. Like, it's one thing to say, like, yeah, so they can live a normal life without fully knowing what that means. And now that both Lloyd and Yor have actually experienced what it is like to just be a normal, average person, I think it matters more because, like she said, I don't need peace because I'm willing to sacrifice that for the sake of other people having it, even if it's just like a little bit, right? And I think that that's what would make them such a good team. And I just want them to figure it out. But her, it's just like saying like Lloyd would forgive her. I'm like, oh, my feelings. Are we meeting up with Yeti? The fact that he's taking the route with the shadows, I think is interesting symbolism. Oh yes, I'm sure that's why. I was wondering how he would fare with her being completely gone. No way to be around her. Oh. The way that she's just like, and I fought a boar. The boar just laying there. Gosh, I hope it's okay and it doesn't like make it worse. I mean, I knew it probably wouldn't taste good, but I was like, is it poisonous? Like he's like immediately ready. Oh. What does that mean? You're getting me all my feelings in this episode. I don't know how I feel about that. I do think it's really important for her to really figure out why she's doing this. And I think for like a long time, the reason that she was doing it was because it was a job, right? Because she had to support her brother and herself. And this was something that she was good at and probably paid pretty well compared to other things that she could get at her age. And for a long time, I'm sure that why she did it was because it was a survival thing, and also a wanting to feel strong or in control in a world and a circumstance where she didn't have that power. And now that her brother is grown up and can support himself, and she's, you know, she has Anya, but she also has Lloyd to help her out, it's not the same thing anymore. Like, it's not the same thing that motivates her. So why is she doing it? She doesn't need the job part of it. She doesn't need the paycheck part of it. So why is she doing it? And I love her having a moment of actually thinking, maybe I give it up. And that was kind of her throughout a lot of this, was whenever she stopped to think about it, she was like, maybe I don't need to do this anymore. Maybe this isn't something that I actually want. And then her connecting it to why I'm actually doing it is to protect people so that they get to have a normal life. I'm willing to sacrifice getting that normalcy, getting that peace in order for other people to get to have it. And I think that that's a really important thing for her to realize and like have at the forefront of why she's doing this. And it just makes a stronger connection between her and Lloyd that makes me think that they would be such a good team. Even Yuri, like, I think that all of them together getting to do their own thing outside of these organizations that they've attached themselves with in a more solo capacity, that them coming together and getting to modify their reasons for doing things is going to be interesting. I don't know if that'll happen. I don't know if I'll get like my Avengers Assemble moment with them, but I do think it's something that will bond them together when they actually find out about each other, when they actually get to have that conversation. I mean, obviously Lloyd knows about Yuri, but can't talk to him about that because he is in fact Twilight. You know, he could figure that out in like less than a millisecond, but he's been living with Yod for however long and he still can't quite put the pieces together. So we'll see how they end up actually finding out. They have to at some point. I'm just wondering how long I'm gonna have to wait before some of the pieces end up coming together. But she's a force to be reckoned with. Like, she legitimately scares me sometimes. Like, I would not want to be anywhere on her bad side. Like, I would only ever want to make her happy too. I can kind of understand where her brother's coming from, because I too would want to only ever make her happy and never ever give her a reason to be mad at me, because I'd be so scared if that were to happen, especially since she's so polite and gentle in the way that her like manner is very gentle throughout so much of that fight. And then there's just these moments where her eyes shift and you're like, oh geez. But there were so many good moments in that of like camera movements and like the lighting. Whoever did the lighting in this episode, great job, because not only were there some cool lighting things in it just because it's like at night, but with the fireworks as well, there's just an extra layer of having to get the lighting right for that. And they just did some really cool things with it. There was some good visual stuff in this, which was also really nice, and some great comedic beats too, which is always something that the show does really well, of just like balancing those serious heartfelt moments and the comedy as well. But I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this playlist to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so that next time I post a Spy Family reaction, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.